What's up, Game Boys and Girls? Big T here, back with another video. I'm going to try to do this one as quickly as I can. First, I want to touch on the recent gameplay of Tears of the Kingdom with Aonuma. Looks really good, I must say. They're still not showing a whole lot. They're keeping a lot of, I guess, the secrets and the story and whatnot close to the vest, which I'm very fine with. But some things got revealed. I noticed right away when Link destroyed one of those kind of stone enemies that he picked up an item and it was called like a Zonai charge. So it seems like a lot of the kind of speculation of the ideas that were going into this game had to do with the Zonai. You can tell that from some of the architecture in the game. So that's pretty cool. We're going to flesh out the Zonai, which I always thought was a very interesting part of the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, or just Zelda Breath of the Wild, even though you don't really do much there. It was just a very interesting bit of the lore, which was mostly fleshed out from me watching kind of theory videos, mostly from Zeltic and the Nintendo Black Crisis, I think. But it's cool to see that they were actually kind of right. So that's going to be fun. And you could just tell that this game is going to be crazy, even crazier with the physics and just crazy things that people are going to be pulling off. Nintendo noticed all the videos and whatnot on Twitter that people were doing, and they realized that they should probably go really hardcore into kind of embracing that aspect of the game, and it looks like they're going to do that. And it's just going to make the game even crazier. People are going to be finding things they could do for years, which I think is one of the coolest aspects of Breath of the Wild. And now it's going to be part of Tears of the Kingdom. This video is not about that, though. It is about Nintendo's next console, Switch 2, Switch Plus, whatever they're going to call it, Super Nintendo Switch, whatever it's going to be. In my belief that it should be at least as powerful as the Steam Deck, as you saw in the thumbnail. Steam Deck is my favorite gaming device right now. It is my most preferred way to play video games. It's just the easiest way for me to play games right now because I'm very busy with work and whatnot. So I can really knock out a lot of that backlog on my Steam Deck. So it's really cool. But Switch obviously is this huge success. Wonderful success. The only thing it really was missing as far as when it comes to games is a lot of the current gen games that were on the other consoles. And making it as powerful as I think the Steam Deck, which is basically between a PS4 and a PS4 Pro as far as the power goes, putting it there, I would say maybe definitely make it a PS4 Pro in your hand. I would hope that they would do that. And that technology at the time the Switch 2 would come out would be fairly I think not lucrative is not the right word, would be fairly affordable, even if they obviously have to cram it down into a handheld console. I think if they are able to do that, it'd be great, because a lot of games do crossplay anyway. But if they're able to do that, because a lot of games are cross-play with PC and whatnot, being able to offer current generation games along with Nintendo's own, first-party titles would be just unstoppable. And it's not just, I need power. I don't personally need it. I'm just saying what I think they should do for the betterment of the success of the Switch 2. That is the one thing that it lacks. Now, still, it's not going to be as powerful as the home consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox Series, but it will still at least have the same games. The Steam Deck is not as powerful as the PS5 and the Xbox Series, but it still ends up with the same games as far as third-party games. They don't perform as well, but they look really good, and I think most people would deal with a little bit less performance and whatnot if they could play those games that are on par. You get a lot less hemming and hawing about I don't want that downgrade, because it is a pretty significant downgrade when you play on the Switch. The downgrade is significant enough to turn off a certain amount of fans, and I think it would do Nintendo It would do them well if they would make it powerful enough to make sure that it could handle current gen games. If they did that, they'd be unstoppable. Like, it'd be unstoppable, because a lot of PC guys have Switches, and to be able to have a Switch that can interact with their PC games, like I said, they can save on the Switch and go over to their PC when they want to have that big, hefty experience. That would be a major factor, major selling point. What I would also like to see, to save Nintendo money, obviously they can ship it with a smaller hard drive. Let's say a 64 gig to 128 gig hard drive, right? SSD. Make it one that is easily accessible and can be changed out. Like, think of like the PS3, right? Remember the PS3? It had that little slot, and you slide out the little drive. And you can just easily swap in a new one and slide it back in. It should be like 1-2 screws, maybe on the back side or whatever, to where you can slide out the drive that connects to the motherboard, the main board, and you can upgrade as you want, and not proprietary, but what do they call eMMCs that are on the market that are easily accessible to everybody, and they can just go and buy their own, and Nintendo doesn't have to worry about storage. They can just offer you the small one to get you started, and if you want more storage, go out and pay for it yourself. Maybe they can make some third-party deals or whatnot with some of those SSD makers, and call it a day. It would be great to be able to slide it out, slide it in. Obviously, still have a SD card slot, but make it more accessible to the average gamer, to where they can easily, almost like a memory card, be able to swap their hard drive space, and that would be it. I would obviously like a better UI than the Switch has. That to me would be a given, but step it up in those ways. Make sure it's powerful enough to handle current gen games. It doesn't have to be at the best settings, but also make sure the hard drive is easily swappable for the average consumer. I mean, most gamers will have no problem with it, but like the average consumer, that's why the Switch is such a success, because it touches a very casual market as well as core gamers. So giving people that access to the hard drive so easy would make it very, I think it would make it a very compelling and hard to beat product, with Nintendo first party and pretty much all third party. It'd be amazing. So yeah, that's what I'd like to see. Hopefully they come somewhere near that. We'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm excited to see the next Nintendo hardware. So I always get excited for new Nintendo hardware. It's just in my nature as a Nintendo fan, so I'm looking forward to that. But yep, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like those ideas, you got ideas of your own, let me see what you got to say. And maybe we'll chop it up in the comment section. Thank you again for watching and listening, and see you folks next time. Peace out.